What's up guys, my name's Alan and this is going to be a little bit of a day in the life of a bodybuilder prepping for his first show. I thought it's about time I walk you guys through what I do on a daily basis prepping for a bodybuilding show. First thing I'm going to start with is my gut health for the morning. So basically it's 200 ml of water, a little bit of lemon juice, a little bit of garlic, and about 10 grams of L-glutamine. So it's a good all-round start for the day. Tastes foul, but it does the job. Let's get this down. Tasty. This is one of those things that you kind of just have to get down. It's probably one of the worst tasting drinks out there, but does the job. My 5 liters of water for the day over here, which I've already filled. Himalayan pink salt is a must. I usually just weigh out about 10 grams for the day and spread that across my meals. Not that accurate with it at this stage, but once I get closer to show, it'll be a little bit different, because electrolytes and Himalayan pink salt, which is basically electrolytes, is very important for hydration and keeping the muscles full and also preventing cramps, all of that type of stuff. Got a lot of benefits. Now that I've gotten my gut health down and got my water prepped and my salt prepped for the day, next step is my 15 minutes fasted cardio. I usually do my 30 minutes cardio, which I'm currently on. I'll usually do it after workout, but due to me being very fatigued recently in the gym with the lower carbs and all, I'm probably going to do my 15 minutes fasted cardio now and then get my first meal in. I'm also trying to prolong my first meal just so that I can keep full throughout the day and my meals don't have to be spaced too far apart. My fasted cardio done for the morning, got my 15 minutes cycling done. Now I'm going to do just one round of posing because I need to start brushing up on my posing, so I'm going to start doing that on the daily in the mornings. Even though I'm fatigued and I'm tired, got to get it done. Posing is very important for the show, so yeah, we're going to get that done now and then we'll move into our first meal with a little bit of electrolytes. Honestly feeling like such a skinny bitch right now, but main thing is we're looking good, we're leaning out. So yeah, let me get this posing done. Get some electrolytes in for the morning, but I like to get in some good water early in the morning. Also trying to slow down on caffeine and coffees early in the morning, So what I've been doing is starting off my day, prolonging my first coffee, and getting some electrolytes in first, getting the body flowing a little bit. So yeah, we're going to start with 1 scoop of electrolytes, and then we're going to put together our first meal finally. I must say I'm pretty hungry. I had some very shitty sleep last night. So yeah, this electrolytes basically just it's gonna help hydrate my body, get my body functioning properly before I touch any caffeine and dehydrate myself more. Gonna get the electrolytes down, and we're gonna put together our first meal, which is oats, whey protein, and peanut butter. Got a whole 45 grams of oats. So this is my training day calories, so a little bit more obviously, and then my rest days got a little bit less calories. Yeah, I think this is one of the most depressing parts, being in prep, having to scoop oats back into the container because you've poured too much. So usually I just put a little bit of water with my oats, throw it in the microwave for 3 minutes, let it cook up nicely. I've gotten my oats to a point where I really like them, so it's a nice start to the day, nice and filling. Even though it's not that big of a quantity, makes a little bit of a difference. So let's get that in for 3 minutes. And then got to weigh out my 5 grams peanut butter, whole 5 grams. So let's just get the 5 grams out of here. There we go. Can't explain to you how nice peanut butter is when you're on prep. It's like sweets for you. I cut my cheat meals out weeks ago, or months ago, let me say. So all the little things you appreciate a lot more, like peanut butter and cream of rice and whey protein and all of that. Been doing everything I possibly can to try and fill myself as much as possible without touching my calories or messing up my calories, because if you want to lose weight consistently, you have to be consistent. There's a big part of me that just wants to take a spoon and eat a whole jar of peanut butter right now. Oats, nice and cooked up. So I usually just mix these two together, and then we've got 1 scoop of vanilla whey protein. Seeing as I'm having a lot of whey protein on a daily basis, I've been getting whey protein from PSN Lifestyle. Really affordable, really decent prices. So yeah, my favorite flavors with that is vanilla milkshake and chocolate truffle. I usually use the vanilla in the mornings with the oats, and then for shakes and things like that, I'll use the chocolate truffle. But really decent. So yeah, just mixing up my whey protein, peanut butter, and oats. And once this is all mixed up, we're going to add a little bit of Himalayan salt. As I said, I weighed out my 10 grams Himalayan salt this morning. So now we need to disperse it across our meals. So I'm just going to take a pinch of this, put a little bit of salt. And then we've got some cinnamon as well, which is the secret touch. If you don't use cinnamon in your oats, then I don't know who you are. But this is one of the best things about the oats. The vanilla and the cinnamon just work amazingly together. So yeah, so this is my first meal. Gonna get this down with some electrolytes and take my morning vitamins at the same time. Get that going. Let's make a little bit of coffee, and then we can do a little bit of a mindset checking, kind of where I'm at with my prep. First cup of coffee for the day. Probably the best cup for the day. I've been having quite a couple of coffees a day, but recently I've been trying to drop the caffeine just a little bit. So as I said, I prolong my first coffee up until a certain point, so I give my body a couple of hours to get some blood flowing and just get my electrolytes in and all of that. And I feel like it's just a much better way to start the day, as to waking up first thing in the morning, drinking coffee, getting a crash. So doing it this way has helped me a lot. But yeah, like a bit of a mindset check-in for my prep so far. I've been dieting the whole year. Got a coach on board this year for the first time. Been training for a couple of years. Started with the dieting, just wanted to get my dieting and eating in check this year and really bring some crazy results to my physique this year. And eventually I decided, why not try my first bodybuilding show, so that I at least have something to work towards for the year. So then I pulled the trigger, and ever since January this year, 2025, I've been prepping for the show. Had a little bit of an off season, got up to about 103, and now I've been in prep for a good couple of months. Quite a long prep, but been very, very good, been very disciplined. I cut my cheat meals out months ago, just to stop the craving side of things, because once you drop to a certain amount of calories and you drop your carbs and all of that, and you give yourself a taste of some nice food, it's very difficult to control yourself. Or me personally, I can't control myself very well once I get a taste of that nice food. So I made the personal decision to drop my cheat meals months ago, which I'm glad I did, because the physique is showing that. And yeah, just been grinding, going for it, and now we basically 6 weeks and 4 days out, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely starting to get real excitement is there. Nervous as well, because it's going to be my first show. Also, I'm one to get stage fright, so it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment, but I'm super excited for the show. As I said, I'm very fatigued at the moment. Feel like I've got heavy legs every single day, but at the end of the day, I've kept myself disciplined, haven't skipped workouts, haven't skipped cardio, just keeping my head screwed on straight, and just keep in my mind that I need to outwork other people if I'm going to do well. So no matter what the day brings, no matter how I feel, I'm following my meal plans or following my meal plan and going to gym, getting my gym session in, getting my cardio in. And honestly, it all comes down to discipline. This prep has taught me so much. I've always been a very disciplined person, but this prep has taught me so much discipline-wise, and just following the plan and trusting the process. There's a lot of doubts that come into your head, especially throughout prep. When you're feeling skinnier and smaller and all. I've been on a permanent bulk my whole life because I used to be skinny, and now having to drop body weight again has been a little bit rough, but I can see the benefits of it. I can see my body's looking good, and all I have to do is keep those doubts at bay and continue doing what I'm doing. Weight's been dropping amazingly throughout this prep. Really been working hard, putting my head down, and I can tell you it's been one of the most mentally brutal things I've done in my life. I've done a lot of mentally brutal things. I'm a day trader, so I've gone through a lot of mental things with trading and all of that, and learning how to do all of that. But the level of discipline and mental fortitude you need to do a prep efficiently, I think is definitely up there with a lot of things. I'm here for it, and I've been enjoying every minute of it. As much as I'm suffering a lot of the time, the challenges always bring good things in life, and I feel like the suffering especially, you have to suffer before you succeed, you have to fail before you succeed. So for me, this prep has been a very, very big part of my life this year, and it's helped me in many aspects of life. And you learn to appreciate the smaller things a lot more. But yeah, I'm loving this prep. Everything's going smoothly. Got another 6 weeks to go. Just got to keep pushing. Got to keep my head down and got to outwork all the competitors. That's the only way you're going to do well. And I'm a very humble guy. I'm not sure where I'm going to place. I have my doubts and all. But I do have a level of confidence due to me following my consistent meal plan and constantly dropping body fat. So yeah, we're looking really good, sitting at about 91 plus minus kgs at the moment. End of off season, I was about 103, so dropped a good amount of weight. Not sure where I'm going to land up on stage weight, but yeah, overall going really, really well. So all I got to do is continue doing what I'm doing, and reap the rewards at the end. I'm super excited for show day. I think it's going to be amazing. So yeah, just got to keep my head on and keep pushing as hard as it is. You have to learn to embrace the struggle and enjoy it, because not everybody has the capabilities of doing a prep and being disciplined enough to do a prep and stick to a meal plan and all. But it's such a habit in me now. It's become part of my life, and I love it. But yeah, I'm gonna get this coffee down, and then just want to let the oats, my first meal, digest a little bit. Then I'll get my pre-workout meal in, which will be some nice cream of rice. I'll show you how I make that, and then from there we're gonna head off to gym and eat some back and bars, and then do another 15 minutes of cardio. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Yeah, so for my pre-workout meal, we've got some cream of rice and banana and some peanut butter. Probably one of my favorite meals of the day. So I'm using the USN cream of rice. Was using the unflavored, mixing it with my whey protein, but recently, just to fill me up a little bit more and get more water in, I make a separate protein shake, and I've got the chocolate cream of rice now. So we're going to I've got basically 80 grams cream of rice, dry weight. So let's get that in there. Yeah, we got our 80 grams cream of rice. Going to throw a little bit of water with that. And then throw it in the microwave for a little bit. Yeah, so got my water in. Got to get the baby spoon. Otherwise, it's just not the same. Yeah, this is one of the hacks I think most bodybuilders use. Using a small spoon for all of your meals kind of tricks your mind into thinking that you having a little bit more than what you are having, because it takes you longer to eat. Also kind of just fills you up a little bit more, whereas if I eat it with a big spoon, it's going to be down in like 2 minutes. And I'm a very big eater, so for me this prep has not been easy. But yeah, as I said, you have to suffer to achieve your goals. And you have to go through failure, you have to go through all of that. And for me, I'm chasing my goals and sticking to the challenge I set for myself this year, and nothing's going to stop me from doing that. So yeah, gonna mix up my cream of rice, all mixed up now. Gonna get this in the microwave for 3 minutes. And then basically what I do is I make a protein shake on the side. So gonna throw a little bit of water. I haven't had milk this whole year with whey protein, so that's been a little bit of an adjustment as well. But yeah, I'll throw about 200-300 mils of water. Then, as I said, whey protein of choice at the moment is PSN Lifestyle. This is the chocolate truffle flavor. So yeah, I'm gonna throw 1 scoop of that into here. Maybe add just a little bit more water, even though it's not gonna taste as nice. I'll at least get a little bit more water in without really realizing it. Then I've got 5 grams peanut butter. I'll put all of the macros on the screen of this meal so that you can see sort of what it's looking like. But yeah, I've got 5 grams peanut butter and 50 grams banana, which I'll cut up in my cream of rice once that's ready. So let's get the peanut butter. Peanut butter doesn't really mix well with the chocolate whey, so with the chocolate cream of rice. So for me, I just take it to the dome. It's like a treat for me, as I said. And obviously, peanut butter I'm using no added sugar or salt from Simple Truth. So now I usually pop this on the scale, and then I'm going to throw my slices of banana in there. Make sure I'm getting my 50 grams in, not overdoing it. And this should be around about perfect. Perfect, 50 grams. So got cream of rice, got a few slices of banana, 50 grams, had my 5 grams peanut butter, got my whey protein shake, and as I said this morning, gotta spread my salt across my meals, so gonna put another pinch of salt, or 2, let's say. A little bit more salt before workout is not a bad idea. So there's my salt. So yeah, now I'm gonna get this meal down and then give myself about an hour or so, hour and a half, let the food digest, and then we will get ready for gym, go smash some back and bars. Pump pre-workout, that's what I'm gonna take for my non-stim today. So we're gonna get this going, get it in, like to get it in like minimum 15 to 20 minutes before my gym sesh. So I'm gonna do 2 scoops of this, just to give me a little bit of energy. Because yeah, as I said, my energy is pretty low at the moment. So we've got some non-stim nuke pump. Then we're gonna do some complete 9 aminos from Biogen. Gonna do 1 scoop of that in our as our intro workout, and then obviously essential creatine monohydrate. I've been taking it for years, and honestly can't go wrong with creatine monohydrate. So get a decent amount of that in. And yeah, that's basically it for my intro workout. So all I'm going to do now is get my pre-workout drink down, and then head off to the gym. And yeah, then I'll see you guys there again. So we just rocked up at the gym for a back and biceps session. I've been coming to gym midday lately just to get it done and get the stress out of the body early on, because I'm trying to prioritize my sleep, because obviously recovery is key, and especially at this stage it's very important. So I'm going to get my session out of the way now, pre-workout is buzzing. I'm feeling nice and itchy, feeling it in my face, so it's a good thing. So yeah, I'll take you guys along, show you a couple of the exercises I do. I'm not going to show my whole session because it's going to be a lot of footage, but I'll show you guys a couple of the exercises I'm doing, and then I'll show you guys my post-workout and my meals for the rest of the day. So yeah, see you in the gym.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live.
Okay, so that's a wrap on my back and biceps workout. Also got my 15 minutes cardio done. Now I'm going to put together my third meal for the day, which is going to be Cocoa Pops and whey protein. So just nice fast digesting carbs and protein just to get the muscle recovery going. So yeah, we still have a decent amount of Cocoa Pops at least. Most of my carbs in my day is surrounded by my pre-workout and post-workout meal at least. So we've got 85 grams Cocoa Pops, which is pretty decent. So there's my 85 grams Cocoa Pops, and then basically I'll mix a shake, whey protein shake of chocolate truffle again with a little bit of water. Pour that over the Cocoa Pops and devour. That session was one of those sessions where you finish and you sit in the car for a couple of minutes trying to process what you just went through. Was by no means easy, but we got it done, got everything done that we needed to. Now we can relax, take it easy for the rest of the day, start winding down. So yeah, this is also definitely one of my nicer meals, I'd say. It's kind of like a treat. Protein with water, unfortunately, over the Cocoa Pops. And then once again, add a little bit of Himalayan salt over the top, because I've still got quite a bit of salt to get in here, so I'm going to get a fair amount here. And yeah, that's my Cocoa Pops meal. You can see this is still quite a decent amount of Cocoa Pops at least. Very, very nice to get in after a workout. I'm just going to relax now, get this in, get ready for New York training session. do some work, and I'll let you know once I get to my next meal. Post-workout meals done. That went down pretty well, feeling pretty hungry, but as I said, spreading my meals out nicely, so I've got 3 meals left for the day. Need to meal prep a little bit of chicken and a little bit of veggies. Everything else is meal prepped, so yeah, I kind of just meal prep as I go now. In the off season I had to meal prep a little bit more bulk, but now that I'm not eating as much, it's a little bit easier to kind of meal prep on the spot. So just gonna get some chicken going, and using this olive oil spray and cook, which stops me from overusing olive oil, because olive oil is packed in calories, so obviously we're trying to keep the calories in control. So we're going to do some chicken and some veggies. So for me, the easiest veggies and the tastiest veggies for me at the moment is this French stir-fry mix from McCain. So I basically just cook a pack of this every 2-3 days. Made myself some nice coffee, so just gonna have a little bit of coffee, maybe relax, play some games. Nice way to unwind a little bit. This is my last coffee for the day, so yeah, we're just gonna meal prep this, and then probably in about half an hour to an hour we'll get another meal in, and then continue from there. Okay, so this is our 4th meal. Got about 150 grams raw weight white potato, 80 grams stir fry, 100 grams chicken. Pretty hungry now, so decided I'm gonna have a meal now. Usually just throw everything in the microwave. If I'm feeling fancy and like a bit of a treat, then I usually throw my potatoes into the air fryer with a little bit of paprika and salt and a little bit of garlic, so that can get some crispy potatoes. Helps a little bit sometimes, and then I usually throw just a tad little bit of lettuce in, just to make the meal a little bit more filling. And then I'm gonna throw some salt in. And then last touch is 50% less sugar and salt. Ketchup. Just put a little bit of this on closer to show sauces and salt, and all of that's going to be tracked a lot more accurately. But for now, we're going to make the food as enjoyable as possible. Also have a whole 25 grams of pineapple, which I will weigh out. Here's my 25 grams of pineapple gone, just like that. So I've got 2 meals that are a little bit more filling for the day. I've got this meal, which is potato, chicken, stir fry. Usually keep it for the end of the day. Fills me up pretty nicely. Then my next meal will be some jasmine rice, whole 30 grams raw weight with 100 grams mince, 100 grams stir fry, and an orange. And then basically gonna put the same seasoning on. Sometimes I throw a little bit of 6-gun seasoning on as well. For now, I can have a little bit of this, but obviously closer to show, we're gonna get rid of this, but it just adds a little bit of spice and flavor. So I usually throw a little bit of that on. But yeah, I'm gonna shovel this meal down, and then basically got 2 more meals left. It's currently 20 to 4, so yeah, got 2 meals left luckily for the day. So probably gonna have the Greek yogurt meal next, because it's a little bit less filling. And then for my supper, I'll have my jasmine rice with mince, stir fry, and an orange. But yeah, I'll put all of the macros and everything in the video, so that you guys can see. And then usually I end off the day with a cup of tea before bed. And then obviously I'll have my nighttime vitamins after my last meal. And then usually my tea I just take to bed. Just helps to calm me down. I usually have some rooibos tea. But yeah, it's been a good day. Exceptionally hungry, so definitely this meal is gonna go down very well. But yeah, the plan is to post one of these videos a week, only once my show is over, because I like working in silence. This whole year, prepping for the show and all, I haven't really posted much. So for me, I will start posting these videos on a weekly basis from after my show. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. Yeah, I will pop all of the macros and everything on the screen. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week.